Alright, team list should be on the left. Overhead cameras in the upper right-hand corner. Let's see. Let me pull this up on my phone and we will get... Oh. Didn't bring the boxes up from the case. My apologies. Alright, there we go. Overhead cameras, upper right hand corner. Team list is on the left. We have four jumbos and one delight box. I think you guys can see it on the main camera. Hopefully everybody's had a good weekend, had a good day. Oh, I did not post the Facebook link underneath the break, so let me do that real quick. And then we'll get rolling. I appreciate everybody that filled this up today. Got it filled relatively quickly in about 7 hours, so I appreciate that. Let's keep rolling out when new releases come out or with anything. I know with football we still struggle a little bit. I don't know if we'll ever get to where we are in football. With at least baseball, let's keep the momentum how it is for these breaks when they drop. My man Cal Ripken Jr. here, Project 2020. Ben Balder the card, the Charm City card. Give him a nice rub on the 5 boxes. Good luck to everybody. We will run the delight last. And we will run each of the jumbos first, obviously, then. It just makes logical sense. Do a little bit of break mat cleaning, and then we will get going. But how's everybody doing? Everybody have a good weekend? Topps promo treat is pretty well. I'm getting the Mike McGarry's been helping me get the prices together for the pick your players. Doing some eBay research as well as kind of what other groups are doing. To get a nice price, it's going to be 1 case of jumbo, 1 case of hobby, and 1 case of deluxe. Going to break down every spot into rookie autographs. A few veterans will have their own spot, like the Acuñas, the Otanis. And then do all 30 teams from there for veteran base for anybody looking for parallels. Obviously, those spots, like some of the lower-end autographs, also will not be too expensive. Do realize if you're comparing it to some other pick your team guys that came out like right when the break started or right when the boxes came out, that the boxes have gone up in price. Like the cases I just ordered are about significantly more. I think it's about $1,000 extra a case. I don't know if it's because of the National the prices got so jacked up or exactly why. I mean, assuming it's the National. I know it's the National is the reason why the prices were so pushed so high, but speaking of which, let me actually make sure that my email's sent. All right. Getting some more hobby cases and a couple more jumbo cases. So I have quite a bit of jumbo cases anyways. I order more of them because typically the jumbos have traditionally been a little bit better than the hobby cases, but the hobby cases this year have been in fuego. Just absolutely beautiful. Let's get rolling here. Good luck to everybody. We have Ezekiel Duran to start us off. Trey Turner, J.J. Bleday, Gore, Green, Arenado, Altuve, Arozarena, Pasquantino, Bubba Thompson, Gabriel Moreno, Nolan Gorman, Conforto, Blackman, Molina, Brown, McClanahan, Prado, McMahon, Webb, Story, Albies, Marquez. I'm also going to be working on the form and the pricing. We have the Technicolor Byron Buxton. I'm also going to be working on getting the grading stuff. I'm going to start the grading, and everything's going to be official August 1st. We have Edwin Diaz, but if you did see anything in any of the breaks, I'll say it to everybody, and I will post it tomorrow when I post the list. If you did see anything in any of the breaks that you want me to keep here and send away to grading, just let me know where once the price list comes out. We have Joey Meneses, Kyle Schwarber, Velasquez, Paguero, India, Crawford, Alec Thomas, Arrays, George Springer, Devers, C.J. Abram, Pete Alonso, and then we're going to have Bryce Johnson to Kyle. I said he wasn't happy about the double team, and I know Bryce Johnson is not Corbin Carroll, but he does pop our cherry in this break and get the first autograph for the Giants and Kyle. I have Shane Bieber, Stefanik, Michael Harris II, Freed, Judge, Martinez, Teoscar Hernandez, Jazz Chisholm, Alex Diaz, J.P. Crawford. We have Francisco Lindor for the Mets on the orange. I will say this does have a little damage at the back. Probably can flatten that out with a tool. I will probably be there from like 10 to probably 4, maybe 3 on Tuesday. I was going to say we have a 23 out of 25 on the orange wave. Like, I'm pretty much always there going to Ed Leonard. During the day, Mike Trout and James Outman. A lot of the times I'm not actually, like, I'm in meetings or whatever, so, like, I might have the open sign on for, like, FedEx, and if you knock on the door, I'll come and get it. We got Smith, Jigba, Realmuto. But sometimes people come by, shake the door handle, and just leave, and, like, I don't feel, like, I can't be yelling at them in the Google camera or whatever. We have Rutschman, Cole, DeGrom, Perez, Soto, Freeman, Castillo, Jimenez. Unfortunately, the government contract I'm on is up for renegotiation, so they've had a bunch of random-ass meetings they've had to sit in on. We have Spencer Torkelson, Reynolds, Votto, Edwin Diaz. That's one of the biggest reasons why Richard Garcia lost his mind. I said Evan Longoria. Well, I mean, other than he's a dick. Tim Anderson, Nolan Gorman, Pena, Rasmussen, Verlander. Was that I had to push back the running the random that day because I was stuck in an all-day meeting with Cisco. We have Franco, Michael Harris II, Michael Harris II on the Prism Refractor, and Vladimir Guerrero Jr. Which, if you're not in IT, you probably might not even have any clue who Cisco is, so it might have been like, might not even be a good explanation. We have Corbin Carroll, Lewis, Acuna Jr., Batty, Hayes, Marte, Joe Ryan, Lindor, Kwan. I have Torkelson, Paul Goldschmidt. We got Steele Walker on the goal, 31 out of 50 going to the Tigers. And Brian Ward. That's actually a good one. Pretty much if you have a telephone in any of your... If you work in an office and there's a telephone, it's probably a Cisco Call Manager phone. Ian Happ, they make a bunch of switches and routers, essentially. Bellinger, Chapman, Groshans, Volpe. One of the biggest companies to make the internet work. We have Josh Jung, Avisail Garcia, Meyer, Fujinami, Alex Call, and Rafael Devers on the Technicolor. Yordan Alvarez, Clayton Kershaw, Toglia, Jones, VR, Rosario, Tucker, Herrera, Bobby Witt Jr. We're going to have a Bryce Harper on the orange. Chrome Authentics, 16 out of 25 for the Phillies. And Dennis, one of the double teams, getting an orange. On the memorabilia. Luis Castillo, Stephen Kwan, Waldachuk, Fernando Tatis Jr., Waters, Manoah, Bregman, Aranda, Byron Buxton, Nick Castellanos, Gonzalez, Rodriguez, and Cabrera. Luis Robert on the negative. Michael Stefanik. Josh Smith. Benintendi. Nelson. Woods Richardson. Walsh. Adames Swanson. Stanton. Olson. Vientos. O'Hoppe. Miguel Cabrera. Carlos Perez. And Austin Hayes. Which... he doesn't have an auto variation, right? Is it just what his... oh, no, that's what his auto just looks like. We pulled some Perez parallels. I didn't think that they put him in his catcher equipment for the auto. We have Stroman, Bohm, Bogarts, Harper, Mountcastle, Jordan Walker, Assad, Rhys Hoskins, Kyle Stowers, Cabrera, Royce Lewis, Juan Soto, and MJ Melendez. That's going to go to the Royals. First auto was Bryce Johnson. For the Giants. So Corbin Carroll, Royce Lewis, Acuna, Batty, Hayes, Max Meyer, Alex Call, Ketel Marte, Joe Ryan, Lindor, Springer. We have Luis Arraez, Charlie Blackmon, Corey Seager, Bellinger, Chapman, Groshans, Volpe, Ivan Herrera, Bobby Witt Jr., Josh Jung, Afasail Garcia, Fujinami, and Manny Machado on the Technicolor. Trey Turner, Stanton, Toglia, Jones, VR, Rosario, Tucker. Got Byron Buxton, Nick Castellanos, Oscar Gonzalez, J-Rod, Miggy. I have Riley Green, and then another Bryce Johnson for the Giants. Oof. Brandon Crawford, Tatis Jr., Waters, Manoah, Bregman, Aranda, Dansby Swanson, Stanton, Olson, Vientos, O'Hoppe, J.J. Bleday to the Athletics on the fuchsia. That's going to be a 323 out of 399. For the Athletics and Michael Weiss. Ronald Acuna Jr. and Dansby Swanson. Benintendi, Nelson, Woods Richardson, Walsh, Adames. Jordan Walker, Javier Assad. Rhys Hoskins, Stowers, Cabrera, Vladimir Guerrero Jr., Alec Thomas. We have Jonathan India, Marcus Stroman, Bohm, Bogarts, Harper, Mountcastle. Mookie Betts, Moreno, Cavalli. I have Garrett Mitchell, O'Neal Cruz, Ezekiel Duran, and Oswaldo Cabrera. Got Senga, Grove, Stevenson, Eaton, Gosman, Andres Jimenez, Riley Green, Goldschmidt, Baez, Tyler O'Neill, Josh Jung, and for the Cardinals, 200 out of 250 going to Ant Martin. Jordan Walker. That means there would have been 2 Jordan Walkers in this case. Let's see, nice one to Ant. Let's see, it's the 3rd Jordan Walker we pulled in the group. Let's see, we have Peguero, Tavar, Pujols, Perez, Semien, Encarnacion, Dalton Varsho, Scherzer, Trout, Yelich, Yastrzemski, Salvador Perez, Adley Rutschman, and Kyle Stowers. We have Sean Murphy, Morel, O'Neal Cruz, Stevenson, Darvish, Zach Wheeler, Tristan Casas, Langeliers, Henderson, LeMahieu, Bogarts, Sale, Nelson Velasquez, Shohei Ohtani, Burns, Grisham, Alvarez, Downs, James Outman, Meneses, Bo Naylor, Robbie Ray, Suzuki. We have Avisail Garcia on the Aqua. 125 out of 199. Going to the Marlins and Kyle. Prado and Reese Hoskins. Spencer Steer, Musgrove, Bell, Cron, Haniger, Clemens, MJ Melendez, Clayton Kershaw, Guerrero Jr., Austin Riley, Caleb Killian for the Cubs. It's going to Robert Cunningham. Schwarber, Alonso, Ward, Miranda, Contreras, Hayes, McCutchen, Ramirez, Peterson, Liberatore, Raleigh, Kwan, Scherzer, and Assad. Yeah, I figured you were finishing up with that pricing out the pick your team stuff. So, like I said, guys, we'll try to pick your team, pick your player. We'll try it one time if it fills or comes really close to filling, and I got to drop some prices of some guys. I'll try to make it work. Give it about like 48, 72 hours to fill or something like that. I don't think you're going to find too many breakers throwing in the 3 types of cases you can get Topps Chrome in one of them. So maybe that'll make it a little bit unique. You guys kept asking for a Delight case to have a Delight case and a break. So that'll be your chance. We have Sean Murphy, Morel, Cruz, Stevenson, Darvish, Bo Naylor, Zach Wheeler, Ray, Suzuki, Tristan Casas, Guerrero Jr., Nolan Arenado, Taylor Ward, Ohtani, Burns, Grisham, Alvarez, Downs, Josh Smith, Kershaw, Vladimir Guerrero Jr., James Outman, Meneses. Technicolor, Soto, Marte, and Francisco Lindor. Have Hayes, Steer, Musgrove, Cron, Haniger, Peterson, Raleigh. Clemens, Libator. MJ Melendez, Josh Jung. We got Corey Lee for the Astros. I know he got traded, but still one of the better catching prospects in baseball. 322 out of 499 on the refractor. Go to the Astros and Joe Ort. We have Alonso on the refractor. Jake McCarthy, Alonso, Ward, Miranda Contreras, Gallen, Correa. Rendon, McCutchen, Ramirez. We have Clayton Kershaw on the 236 out of 399 going to the Dodgers. That's going to Austin Fishbach and the Dodgers. Adley Rutschman and Joe Ryan. Maybe us, and they're going to call me the Jordan Walker Whisperer. No, I'm joking. Luis Robert, Luis Ortiz, Laureano, Riley, Marte. Oh, bumped the card pile. Garcia, Mullins, Peraza, D.L. Hall, Anthony Rizzo, Xander Bogaerts, Herman Marquez, McCarthy, Turner, J.J. Bleday, Gore, Hunter Green, Bell, Lodolo, Jury, Abreu, Cal Mitchell, Brian Bello. We have Spencer Torkelson on the Future Stars, Austin Riley, and Ketel Marte. Yadier Molina, Hunter Brown, McClanahan, Prado, Duran, Freeman, Bichette, Alcantar, Small, Colas, Austin Riley. Got Connor Capel going to the Athletics. And Michael Weiss. Kids had some nice Pokemon hits last night. We have Marte. What the hell is my dog doing upstairs? Velasquez, Paguero, India, Crawford, Blackman, Arenado, Altuve, Rosarena, Pasquantino, Bubba Thompson, Trey Turner rookie card, Max Scherzer, and Max Meyer. I have Edwin Diaz, Judge, Fried, Martinez, Schwarber. I have Logan Webb, Herman Marquez, Christian Yelich on the Topps Chrome Authentics. Going to the Brewers. And Mario. Just the base. Tristan Casas, Logan Webb, Riley, Adley Rutschman, Cole, DeGrom, Stefanik. Michael Harris II, Devers, Abrams, have McMahon, Story, Albies, Francisco Alvarez on the Aqua Lava. Be a 1 out of 199 going to the Mets. Nice hit here. Going to Ed Leonard. Last little bit of the third hobby box. Laureano, Fujinami, Sosa, Machado, Anderson, Smith, Jigba, Realmuto, Chisholm, Sale, Alec Thomas, Array, Springer, Christopher Morel, Brian O'Keefe for the Mariners. And Brian Ward. You have Laureano, Yoshida, Ruiz, Terang, Votto, Longoria, Luis Castillo, Jimenez, Teoscar Hernandez, Diaz, J.P. Crawford, Adley Rutschman, Bichette, and Garcia. Into the final jumbo. Luis Whisperer. What Luis am I trying to pull here? Yeah, I mean, we talked about it now for like 3 or 4 straight breaks when it comes to A's. They just have such a big checklist. Ooh. Weird. This is like the first box I've had where the cards are like, you know how sometimes you can tell they're like bowed a little bit, so they don't stack well. We have Brown, McClanahan, Prado, Duran. We have Trey Turner, Oscar Colas, Lodolo Drury, Abreu, Cal Mitchell, Kyle Tucker, Juan Soto Machado. We have Peguero, India, Crawford, Blackman, Molina, Thompson, Freeman, Bichette, Alcantar, Ethan Small, Francisco Alvarez on the Technicolor, Peguero, and Christian Yelich. Freed, Judge, Martinez, Schwarber, Nelson Velasquez, Marquez, Arenado, Altuve, Rosarena, Pasquantino, Nolan Gorman. There we go. That's a better autograph. 15 out of 150. Brett Baty on the blue. Which, I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm a super fan that they're not bowed, but this has been the first like case of jumbos because even last night they were a little bowed. Nice Brett Baty, 15 out of 150 on the Blu-ray Wave. Color match going to the Mets and Ed Leonard. Nice hit, Ed, especially after getting that Alvarez numbered parallel as well. I have Sosa, Garrett Cole, DeGrom, Stefanik, Harris II, Diaz, Abrams, McMahon, Trevor Story, Logan Webb, Ozzie Albies. We're going to have J.P. Crawford on the Fuchsia Sparkle. One of the Mariners and Brian Ward. Jose Ramirez, Mike Trout, Machado, Anderson, Smith, Jigba. Realmuto, Rutschman, Sale, Thomas, Arrays, Springer, Devers, George Springer. Carlos Perez, Longoria, Ruiz. Bryce Terang, Joey Votto, Longoria, Sosa. Jimenez, Hernandez, Diaz, Chisholm Jr., and J.P. Crawford. Spencer Strider, Velasquez, and Max Scherzer. Yordan Alvarez, Lowe, Massey, Gray, Yoshida, Wander Franco, Perez, Soto, Freeman, Castillo, Riley Green on the 1988. I have Michael Toglia for the Rockies. That's going to J.P. Hudson. Nice power hitting. Joey Votto. I mean, they're still, look, if they ever make cards as crispy as the Topps Chrome soccer cards, Ian Happ, Reynolds, Bieber, Conforto, Bryant, those cards are so nice. I was going to say Gorman, Pena, Rasmussen, Verlander. Have Juan Soto, Yordan Alvarez, Ronald Acuna Jr., and Dalton Varsho. Well, I want to get the price lists down, and then we'll probably... I'm going to do an interest post when I'm going to post it. I want to get the price list and make sure that I look over at Royce Lewis, Ronald Acuna Jr., Batty, Hayes, Ken Waldichuk. It won't be like a hidden thing like in only an hour. It's going to be something in the afternoon, and I'll post and add everyone about what's dropping. Spencer Torkelson, Marte, Joe Ryan, Lindor, Kwan, Vladimir Guerrero Jr., Wander Franco, Bryce Terang. For it to fill, we're going to need kind of all hands on deck. So that's what I'm going to do, and add everyone so people know that it's posting. Bellinger, Chapman, Groshans, Volpe, Corbin Carroll, Josh Jung, Avisail Garcia, Max Meyer, Fujinami, Call, DJ LeMahieu, 127 out of 199. I expected to be at softball longer today. I have sorted some of the previous breaks. You're talking about the previous Topps Chrome breaks, correct? Yes, I have sorted some of them. I need to grab some more 55 points behind me. Not a huge fan of Ultra Pro, but at one point in time, Card Shells was out of stock, so found a box of 55-point Ultra Pro, so we're going to switch to them until I finish. I mean, I'll sell them probably. I'll probably put these more in the store anyways than Card Shells. Probably not. I'm just doing that as a joke because of that one guy. We have DJ LeMahieu for the Yankees, going to Mike. Kyle Schwarber and DJ LeMahieu. Nolan Jones, VR, Rosario, Tucker, Corey Seager, Oscar Gonzalez, Julio Rodriguez, Miguel Cabrera, Ivan Herrera, Bobby Witt Jr., Josh Jung. I have a 300 out of 499 going to Robbie Coleman and the Orioles. Unfortunately, this one has some print lines, and I don't know if I'm going to be able to fix that because it's right through his autograph. I'll see if I can. Me and you will talk, Robbie. I can probably clean up part of it, but there's definitely like print lines that run all down the middle. It's like the print roller just butchered the middle of this card, which is unfortunate. I can probably hide them some, but the problem is with the autograph there's no way to hide them through the autograph. But a nice Adley Rutschman. I'd almost try to clean up as much as you can and sell it on eBay unless you want to keep it. Or just grade it and hope it gets like a 9.5 at like SGC or something. I mean, honestly, they might just take the upcharge on the Rutschman and just charge you extra and just grade it a 10. We got Robbie Coleman, though, on the Adley Rutschman. I'm not saying PSA does it. I'm just saying there's a chance. I was going to say that if you clean it enough, they might just be like, surface is okay. We'll give it a 10. We have Ruiz, Drew Waters, Manoah, Bregman, Aranda, Togley. Or you could try to send it to like TNT that like is pretty good at fixing like jacked up cards. Vientos and Bucks. I don't know what they charge though for fixing stuff. We have Logan O'Hoppe, Nick Castellanos, C.J. Abrams, Adley Rutschman, and Gunnar Henderson on the refractor. So that is going to be the 4 jumbos. I know the top of the card that had like the top of the Rutschman has something on it too. I know I can fix that because that looks like a eraser mark or scuff. I can easily fix that with the Kurtz Card Care, and I can probably hide some of the print lines just through the auto. It's hard to hide print lines. The only problem is if I don't know if they'll replace the Rutschman, like if they don't replace with a Rutschman card, like Robbie's in Baltimore. I mean, we're in Baltimore, so I mean, he literally lives down the street from where the shop is at. You could find somebody. I could probably just consign it for him in the shop, and someone would come in and buy it. Even in that condition. No, not for Delights, I was going to say. We'll probably start running some mixers with Tribute and Finest at the end of the week in Topps Chrome to mix it up a little bit. Brandon Crawford on the refractor. Charlie Blackmon, Yadier Molina, Avisail Garcia, Fujinami, Orioles superstar Fujinami, that is. We have Meyer. Orioles fans hate that guy already. He had one mess up, in one outing. I'm sure he's pitched more than the one outing, but the first outing he did not have a good one, and the Orioles fans just this guy sucks. Why do you pick him up? I love the Orioles fan base. They're the worst fans ever. I love it. We have Tim Anderson on the 227 or 221 out of 299. I've had them, so I will say that with Topps I have. Oh, my bad. I was gonna say we should have did the Youthquake first. Alek Thomas was a Youthquake for the Diamondbacks. I was gonna say, speaking of replacement, I have had Topps replace stuff where it was a parallel. They'll reprint the parallel, but signed stuff I never tried to send anything back, just out of worry that they're going to try to send me a different card. And I don't think you're going to find a card that's better than a slightly print-lined Rutschman, if that makes sense. 106 out of 250 on the purple. Going to the Blue Jays. And Brian Ward. I have Ken Waldichuk on the 44 out of 199 on the Aqua. Going to the Athletics. And Michael Weiss. We have Encarnacion going to the Marlins. And Kyle. And the last one's going to be a purple sparkle. It's going to be Michael Harris II, 7 out of 250. Going to the Braves and Jodeci. Nice hit there. So we get the 3 big boys. 4 if you count Bad. Batty's a monster. Everyone just hates on Batty. I was going to say. That is going to be the break. Let's do a quick recap of the hits. Put these in the right piles here. We have Ken Waldichuk on the 44 out of 199 on the Aqua. Bo Bichette on the 106 out of 250. Alek Thomas on the Youthquake. Tim Anderson on the Purple Sparkle. DJ LeMahieu on the Aqua Lava. We have the Fuchsia Sparkle for J.P. Crawford, the Fuchsia J.J. Bleday, Yelich on the Authentics, Kershaw on the Fuchsia, Avisail Garcia on the Aqua, and Luis Robert on the negative. Well, I appreciate you giving the group a try and trying it out. Oh, there's still actually some decent parallels on the board, so probably should talk about them. We're going to have Francisco Alvarez for the Mets on the Aqua Lava. Francisco Lindor on the Orange Wave. Bryce Harper on the Orange Clearly Authentic. I have Encarnacion on the base, Toglia on the base, Killian on the base, O'Keefe on the base, Capel on the base, Johnson on the base, Perez on the base, and Johnson again on the base. And into some color autographs, we have Steele Walker for the Tigers, going to Brian Ward. Corey Lee on the refractor out of 499, going to the Astros, and Joe. Brett Baty going to the Mets, and Ed Leonard, 15 out of 150 on the Blu-ray Wave. And we're going to have the big 3, Jordan Walker, 200 out of 250 on the purple. Adley Rutschman on the 300 out of 499 on the refractor. And Michael Harris II, 7 out of 299 on the purple sparkle. And that's the break. I appreciate y'all getting in, and you guys have a good night and be safe. I do think that unless Terry got busy, I think, as in Devin Terry, I'm going to run personals for a personal for him. So probably be running that, and then that'll wrap up our personals actually in general because he just bought out the rest of the hobby case. And with the prices skyrocketing, me having to pay more to get stuff, I'm going to put the other hobby case in the pick your player to try to keep the price down a little bit tomorrow. With the original, like, lower price I got the case at to try to have first pick a player not be ridiculous. But I appreciate y'all. Y'all have a good night and be safe. I'll catch y'all, well, either later we come and watch Devin's personals if he's still good for it tonight. If not, I'll see you tomorrow. Unless the pick your team fills. If the pick your team fills, I'll run it. But I think there's still like 8 teams left or 9 teams, and it's like 3 of the bigger ones. Appreciate y'all. Y'all have a good night and be safe.